CHS, Community Health Support, is a critical organisation in our community. Every month, hundreds of people are calling for help. And what that shows is how many members of our community are needing that support, who are there, they're facing medical emergencies or urgent medical situations. They're in those dire moments, there's nowhere else to turn, they're waiting for an ambulance, they can't get into a GP for weeks. They just need someone who can relate, who understands the cultural needs of our community and can help them in those moments. And that's why it's very quickly become such a critical foundational factor in our community.
What we've seen in the past couple of years is that transition from CHS being a nice to have in the community to an essential service that people rely on and that people continue to rely on a daily, nightly basis.
So December 14, 2025, obviously the most significant day in the history of our community.
CHS first received a call 1 minute after the shooting had started.
I was the first responder on scene. I pulled up, I heard shooting, still got equipment out my car, made sure I was safe with police, and in we went.
I had an understanding immediately that this was the Jewish community and this was an attack on the Jewish community. But for many of our personnel, they didn't know that's what they were attending.
It felt like it was incumbent on us to be there for our community immediately. Understanding what was happening, providing that care, immediately letting the others know that they could come, and seeing 20 uniforms like mine right behind me, doctors, paramedics, registered nurses, trained healthcare providers with all the equipment we needed at work in seconds, looking out for our community like they're our brothers, sisters, parents, daughters, regardless of whether I've met them before, whether I haven't. And our relationship with the state government, New South Wales Health, New South Wales Ambulance is fantastic. They obviously did a great job. But the reality is, with that many patients, no one's looking out for our community if not us. Because ultimately, we're in a position to help save the lives of members of our community. It was hours before ambulance had enough resources there. That's just the reality. In 6 p.m. on a Sunday in Bondi with so many sick or injured or killed people. The significance of CHS was proven in spades in that moment. We had done mass casualty training with CSG and other organisations. We knew what to do. We had the equipment. It was just training, kicking into gear and getting to work.
If we're going to be in this position within the community, the first response medical organisation for our Sydney Jewish community, that we have to be prepared and we have to have the right gear and we have to have mass casualty kits and mass casualty training and protocols in place and ways to activate our responders who were off duty. And these are all the things that we had prepared for.
The need for CHS in our community, both in routine times, in everyday, hundreds of people a month in our community who don't know where to turn, who don't have access to healthcare, or they have access but it's not sufficient, right through to the most catastrophic day in our community's history, very clearly demonstrated why this is such a critical part of our community.
Supporting CHS is not just about the potential emergency that might happen to yourself or a loved one. Supporting CHS means supporting the resilience of the community.
We can't now turn off CHS. There's hundreds and hundreds of people a month whose lives literally depend on it. Our focus is split between trying to help our community in these moments every day, every night, and build a financially sustainable organisation. JCA are the experts in fundraising, that is engaging with our incredibly generous community, but also in allocating that funding as well. So that means that we can focus on what we do best, which is attracting, training, and managing an amazing volunteer base and providing the service that we do day in, day out to our community. We are one, connected by community.